Henry Rosovsky's Standards in Educational Environment. Nowadays, as the social environment evolves at a rapid pace, a similar development is required within the framework of the educational system. Henry Rosovsky describes a comprehensive list of 5 standards that embody the core of modern liberal education. First of all, effective communication is an essential instrument of societal growth, which is why all students are expected to formulate their ideas clearly in both oral and written forms. Second, each individual must demonstrate a critical appreciation of the universe and all its complex processes. In other words, lifelong learning must be promoted so that people pursue other areas of study than their major. Third, cultural awareness must serve as the cornerstone of modern relations, meaning that educated individuals should think in a global context, recognizing other communities. Fourth, morals and ethics must be the leading force of all cognitive processes in the modern environment. This way, students can learn how to resolve inevitable ethical dilemmas in their line of work. Finally, while an educated person is expected to have basic knowledge of multiple areas, there must be the one in which they specialize. Rosovsky describes a comprehensive framework of modern education, which aims at developing students' abilities in a variety of academic and social areas. As a matter of fact, these objectives may present an idealistic situation while being not easily attained. The author is aware of this perception, providing reasonable justification for such an approach. According to Rosovsky, the existence of a positive ideal should serve as an impetus, rather than an obligation. In other words, individuals are expected not to master all the described competencies but to continuously develop them. Therefore, the positive outcome of Rosovsky's model is reflected in dynamic aspects of growth and not in a static notion of result. This framework correctly exemplifies an educated individual of the 21st century, as it encompasses the essential qualities required in today's landscape. Indeed, a person must possess substantial knowledge of their sphere, but other areas are also important, as they provide a more in-depth understanding of the world. Regardless of their major, a successful individual must know the basics of their mother tongue and at least one foreign language, economics, social sciences, and other spheres. At the same time, Rosovsky's standards extend beyond academic competencies, highlighting the importance of social and cultural awareness. As today's society has reached an unprecedented level of interconnection, globalization, and diversity, related aspects have similarly gained additional value. As a matter of fact, the vast majority of areas of human activity nowadays imply a significant amount of interpersonal communication. In this case, it is equally important to maintain good relationships in order to listen effectively, as well as to be heard, which is only possible through cultural awareness. Ethical standards have also been receiving increased attention nowadays. Practice shows that an educated, well-respected person of the 21st century is usually considerate and thoughtful of the moral implications of their actions. As Rosovsky refers to his model as an ideal to pursue, it seems appropriate in relation to the modern environment. It can be effectively applied to one's own education goals and practice, as it forms the framework providing guidance for students. Taking into consideration the standards, it is possible to set clear priorities within the educational process. Accordingly, one will be able to ensure continuous growth contributing to future success. As for the personal educational goals, Rosovsky's model provides a valuable benchmark for each student. One can get familiar with particular competencies of a modern educated person and adjust their learning process within the LifeTrack program curriculum. As the model highlights the importance of comprehensive knowledge, it is possible to reconsider one's attitude towards secondary areas of study. Overall, the standards may add another entry to the list of educational goals, which is becoming a person they describe. In other words, the model serves as a personal incentive to become well-educated in the major sphere of studies, while developing social, ethical, and moral competencies.